Hello and welcome to the podcast. Every moment is sacred, where we interweave meditation and healing into everyday life. I am your host, Rain Elizabeth Stickney. Now, let us begin. This meditation today is especially for me. Perhaps it is for you too. Today's guided meditation is called Discernment, and it's coming to you a little later than expected. I'm very sorry about that. I want to share with you a little bit about what I've been through this week. I actually don't really know where to begin, how much to say, except that I want to keep this brief. And if you follow me on social media over time, over the years, there's more information about this subject that I'm going to share with you. And there will be more information over time and perhaps through this show. But today, what I'll say is that my 9-year-old son has a genetic difference that results in a rare disease called Bardet-Biedl syndrome. This is a physiological happening where the cilia of the cells all over the body develop differently than expected and allow for intracellular communication to be more challenging. So cells communicating with cells doesn't work as well as in most people. And this can create disturbances and health issues truly anywhere. And some of the things that we have known so far about my son is that he has a visual difference that's progressive. He has some learning differences that are just right for keeping him with his peers and getting him extra support like occupational therapy and tutoring and lots of love and care and compassion. And he's at a great school with great people. So all of that we have been working with over time. In September of this year, not too long ago, at the end of September, we found out that his liver is also asking for some more love and care. And of course, hoping for the best, we made some dietary refinements, some lifestyle and exercise changes, none of which was a really big deal for us because we're already on board with all of that pretty well. But when we consider a specific organ like the liver, there are specific things we can do to support that internal health and wellness. Well, this past week, there have been a number of things that have happened for my son that have been really scary. And the result of them is that we're looking deeper into the liver. And fortunate for him, he'll have another blood draw, which he does not usually enjoy, but we need that panel to compare it with the last recent panel, and so on and so forth. I'm also on call for if he were to need me right away. So for example, he's at school today, my ringer is on. I mean, this is all like parenting stuff that some of you might know about because you might also have children with special needs, or you might be a caregiver for someone in your family or a friend or loved one, or maybe that's your profession. So some of this might sound like, oh yeah, of course, this is what's happening. And for those of you who are not in this world of deep care for a loved one, it's stressful. And another thing I am doing is I am de-stressing my life so that I can be more present for him, because the changes that are happening for him are very unpredictable in this moment. And as I just wrote to a few of my friends moments ago, my prayer, my hope is that his health skyrockets. And this is just a blip in time and not a big deal over the long term. However, I love my son. I'm a very involved mom. And so I am de-stressing my life, helping him to also de-stress his young life so that he can be more available for the things that make him happy, so he can learn and grow well. And so I can be right there if he needs. Okay. So what all of this means is today's meditation is a little bit late. And I do apologize. I'm also very pleased to be sharing it with you because it is a meditation about discernment. Discernment is so useful in spiritual practice and in daily life. Discernment is the tool we use when we're able to see clearly without judgment. Now, taking a deep breath, I consider my young son, and of course, I feel emotional in moments that I'm concerned about him. At the same time, the more I can see clearly without judgment, the better I can help him. So this is not an emotional bypass. It's actually a way to allow for all of it, all of the physical sensations, all of the emotions, all of the mental wanderings, and all of the spiritual intelligence so that I can pierce through illusion and see what I need to see to be the most helpful and useful person in the moment of seeing clearly. And you can do that too. We all can do this. This is something that we can practice. So enjoy this meditation on discernment. But first, we still are celebrating 1 year of podcasting. Every Moment of Sacred has been live for a year this month, and I'm continuing to thank the guests who have graced our show with their presence. So here are 4 more guests, actually 5, because one of the guests was 2 people at once. They are a couple, a wonderful couple. So today I am thanking Debbie McAllister. She was on episode 13 and episode 15 of this show, Every Moment is Sacred. Her episodes were called Light Up Your Worth, and that is the name of her podcast, Light Up Your Worth. So look it up. And then she also created the episode with me called Sacred Soul Alignments. And Sacred Soul Alignments, episode 15, is in the top 5 of what you all like to listen to. So listen to it again, share it with a friend. It's a great episode. And it is the journey that she takes people through. She takes us through. She takes me through that allows for exactly what it's called, a sacred soul realignment. And so you can truly listen to that episode and relax, receive the wisdom and suggestions, and notice how your life changes. Notice how your perspective changes. Notice what insights come to you. Today, I am also thanking Vera and Andreas. They were on episode 17 and 19, and both of their episodes are called Sneak Peek into the Peculiar Exchange. Now, they were creating a podcast called The Peculiar Exchange, but I can't find it anywhere. So when I reach out to them to let them know that I'm giving them a shout out on this episode, I will discover what happened to their show. Did they call it something different, or what are they up to now? But they are such a delight. I really enjoyed connecting with them. And funny enough, they interviewed me, and that's what I share with you. So you actually get to find out about me, but through their eyes, through what they are interested in. It's really a wonderful, wonderful conversation. I am also thanking Christina Driscoll. She's a wonderful podcaster with a show called She's Brave. Her episode is number 21, and it is also called She's Brave. So listen to her show, find out what she's doing. She actually teaches podcasting because she has been so successful with her show that she wants to help others be successful too. And I am thanking Sarah Cross. She is a wonderful storyteller, and she teaches about storytelling and about writing. Her show is called The Gift of Stories and is episode 23. She has a podcast titled Stories That Wow. Now, on Sarah's podcast, that is where I heard the story of the first female Boston Marathon runner, Catherine Switzer, I believe her name is. If I have her name wrong, I'm sorry, but it is such a wonderful story. So check out Sarah's show, Stories That Wow, and look for the episode about the female marathon runner, because she changed the world for all of us women and for all of us women who like to run. I am a runner. I have run a marathon, not in Boston, but in San Francisco. Okay, thank you, guests. Thank you all for being here, whether I mentioned your name today or if I mentioned it last time or if I do in the future. I appreciate all of the guests guests who have blessed this show. Thank you so much for your presence and your light and your love and your wisdom. Thank you to my blessed audience, all of you listeners. I really, really, really appreciate you being here. And, oh, that's right. We have a healing conversation with Carolee Garrison to air soon. Now, because I'm a little bit behind on things, it is not quite ready to air yet because I need to do the intro, like what I'm doing right now, but for that show. The conversation is edited and it's beautiful. It's a wonderful, wonderful look into motherhood and motherhood with children who have special needs and mamas who take care of themselves and light up the world with their light, as Carolee does. So that show is coming. I cannot promise when it will come, but it is coming. And then poetry for sure next week. And whatever schedule changes I make to this show, I will let you know about. But hang tight. I'm here today. Here's a meditation. Enjoy it. It's called Discernment. There is more to come. There is more to come, folks. And I'm so, so, so happy to offer connection in this way. Thank you for being here. And I wish you who are listening right now with your precious ears, I wish you the courage to discern. Let go of worry. Let go of right and wrong. Explore with peacefulness and freedom. Explore into what is new. Explore into what is calling you. Listen to your heart. Listen to your body. Move in a way that supports all of you. Use your mind to discern. This is for me. Oh no, this is not for me. As a mind lets go of right and wrong, the discernment becomes more about yes, this. No, not this. Without judgment, without worry. More about knowing what the true self needs. Discerning where to go in this world, where not to go, when and how. There is a presence in discernment, bringing us to an experience of seeing clearly. We do this all of the time, recognizing, oh, this is a tree. Oh, this is a mushroom. I see a person. Here is a flower. These are all discernments that we are so used to. We might not really notice they're happening. This is one strong value of the mind. The mind can discern. When we have the courage to see clearly, there is less of a need to worry or to judge, because we're simply seeing things as they are and acting accordingly, acting in a way that supports our true hearts, our true selves. Peacefully walking in and through this world is a skill, a practice. It's very easy to step into the side of worry or judgment or right and wrong or what have you. And there is nothing wrong with that. It's just a different experience. For those of us who want to feel free to explore peacefully, it's very helpful to discern and just know, here I am. This is my path. I am walking it with peace and freedom. Thank you so much for listening. It has been a great joy to have your presence here in this podcast. I welcome you to celebrate the joy and wisdom in your life exactly as it is. And I welcome you to feel loved, fully loved, exactly as you are. www.rainelizabeth.org